back in '08, I thought I had to be everywhere. I think that that's probably the biggest difference of what I've learned today versus back then. I even like vividly remember checking, there were certain websites that would check if your username was available on like hundreds of different platforms, and then it would be a to-do list for me to go to those platforms, make my username, and then just have that be an extra distribution spot for my content. But what I figured out really pretty quickly is that you can't just spray and pray. I mean, you can, but it doesn't actually do, it doesn't have any real long-term benefit, because
Sure.
I learned pretty quickly that once you're on a social media platform, you have to have a legitimate presence there. And each of these platforms has their own sort of nuances and language and etiquette that you have to learn. And the only way you're going to learn that is if you're active on those platforms. So I would say that's probably the biggest lesson that I've learned and what I try to stay away from today. I try to go and target my limited time, because as creators, we only have a limited amount of time each day. Where am I going to get the most organic bang for my buck? I could try paid. I could go after, different like PPC agencies, pay per click for those who don't know, social media advertising, things like that. I could partner with those people, and I have in the past. But I really just find it's the better use of my time is to pick one or two social media platforms and be present there and learn the intricacies, versus like a 2008 model where it was just let me make a username on all of these different platforms and try to have a presence there by using different tools that, you make one piece of content and you use it, Buffer, for example, and Buffer will send it out to a million different places. But that doesn't really do much for you in the long run. When I started honing in and focusing on one or two social media platforms, that's where the magic really started happening for me.